Greetings, everyone. I am so honored to be here today with two of our Freedom2Fit partners, Lola Boutte Presents and the Dollface Dames. And Lola, why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about how Freedom2Fit partnered with you guys on the heart therapy event recently to raise awareness for mental health?
Oh, yes, it was so special. So, the Dollface Dames, I'm the CEO and founder. It's a woman operated business since 2008. We've been in business for 12 and a half years now. And I really started the company because I was super inspired by women empowerment and I wanted to work with other amazing women, which is why I found you two. So, we were always really passionate about giving back. We did at least one major fundraiser show a year. And then this year, we thought we would launch it Valentine's weekend because it's almost been a year since the pandemic happened and Valentine's Day on top of everything else. So we thought mental health was the perfect thing to raise money for. So our company, we're Los Angeles's premier burlesque and cabaret company. So we have performers here in Los Angeles and now around the world that have teamed up. We had 17 different musical groups. We had burlesque, variety performers, sideshow. It was crazy. Fire performers that all came together to raise money for NAMI OC. And Vixen DeVille is our host and variety performer, and she was the one that hosted the show and introduced some of the musical acts and got some amazing talent to come on board. So I'm going to introduce Vixen. Take it away.
Yeah, so I mean, I've been performing burlesque for 15 years now, and I also teach it. I've been teaching since 2014, and I'm a huge advocate of burlesque, not just being here's some choreography, it's a dance, it's you creating an act that is fully expressing who you are, it's fully revealing your true self to the world and giving yourself permission to have a voice and to be valid in the world. So I like to use my teaching to help people to step out into the world confidently, authentically, and unapologetically. So this whole show was not just the musicians and the musical artists expressing themselves through their music, but also us as performers taking that music and using that as a way to fully express ourselves, which I think self-expression is such a huge part of mental health, which is where we connected it with the heart therapy. So yeah, it's been a huge, the whole thing was so full of heart, so full of creativity, so full of self-celebration and self-empowerment. And yeah, it was everything we dreamed it would be.
Well, I did attend the event live with the promo that we're going to show shortly. And I would just like to reiterate really that Vixen, what you're talking about with self-celebration and giving women a voice, I think is so important for our audience here today. So many of our women speakers at the Community Development Foundation International Women's Week event have spoken about the importance of self-confidence. And I think that burlesque and performing in general, creativity in general, music, art, dance, all of that is something that is really a vehicle for giving women the self-confidence that they need. And that self-confidence then opens up a window to feeling better and having better mental health. So with that said, why don't we go ahead and play the promo for you? I was super excited about this event, but when I actually attended, I was blown away. So let's go ahead and play this promo for you all.
Wake up, this is my time. Take it to the front line. All I do or die, it's up to me. Wake up, this is my time. Shooting through the sky. I gotta let the flame burn high. Yeah. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah. Caught up in this giant net. Don't wanna be a duplicate. Trying so hard to reach the top. Losing track of what I've got. You cannot change.
Yay! Little claps.
So fun. So I think some of the women that we have at the event here probably be interested to know how the Dollface Dames decided to raise money for mental health. Maybe each one of you just want to talk briefly, 30 to 60 seconds about what inspired you to do a mental health fundraiser.
Yes. So, as we said, again, Valentine's weekend, we wanted to do something really different other than the traditional Valentine's things because a lot of people are separated and alone right now because of the pandemic and the stay at home. So, we thought mental health specifically this time of year would be perfect. And as artists, a lot of performers themselves have mental health issues that they are dealing with. So, not only is this helping create awareness about the cause, but it's also therapeutic to our performers because there is like it's art therapy for a reason. Like through art, you can truly find your voice, like Vixen said, and you get to find joy and express something that you might not otherwise be able to do. So that's one of the main reasons why we chose mental health specifically. And then Vixen, you can add on to that.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like as performers, we're putting ourselves out there going, hey, I'm amazing, I'm so well put together, and I'm so pretty, I'm whatever. And people kind of will think, oh, well, they're okay. They got their stuff together, you know, but we're all a big old mess. Like we all have stuff going on. And I think that we're so embarrassed to admit it or to talk about it or bring attention to it. And so it never gets talked about, it never gets like discussed or mentioned. And so to come forward as someone who maybe puts out together a very put together version of themselves on social media and in shows, it's like, I'm going to step forward and say, look, I'm a big old mess too. I've had depression in my life. I've had suicide in my family. I've had depression around me throughout since I was born. And so it's been a very forefront of my awareness that depression exists and that you know it needs to be addressed. And for me, burlesque has been an outlet to fully express myself, to vent myself. And I think you were saying before, you know, we're told that we're not good enough. We're told that we need to change ourselves. We're told that we can't, you know, you don't fit in, you're not good enough, there's something wrong with you, you need to be fixed. And on the burlesque stage, it's like, no, I don't. I can be me. I am valid in the world. And that's a space that you can start retraining yourself to go, nope, I'm good. I'm good as I am. So just the idea of burlesque being like a therapy to it, and the fact that, you know, this is a personal issue of mine as well, and then to bring attention to how we can help, and to talk about NAMI and the phone calls and the programs that they provide. So all a neat little bow, all three.
Perfect. And I do want to get to NAMI, but I want to touch on one really critical thing that you said, Vixen, which is that, well, two really critical things. Number one, burlesque is an opportunity to retrain us to celebrate ourselves.
Yeah.
For our women here that are joining us, I think, again, as I mentioned to you two, we have people joining from over 17 countries: Nepal, Argentina, New Zealand, Pakistan, the USA, Costa Rica, Canada. And some of these ladies are really risking their lives, even potentially, just to come onto this Zoom meeting. And to have a private, safe space where they can express themselves feels like such an important thing to be able to offer. Can you briefly talk about some of your offerings?
Yeah, so what's really exciting is that I offer a 90-minute intro class on Zoom virtually, so you can join from your home, in the safety of your home, in the comfort of your own home. And the whole class is not about revealing your flesh or stripping or being sexual. The whole class is about you really re-exploring who you are. So the first section is just you looking at, what is it that I've been taught to hate about myself? What is it about myself that I love, but I've been made to feel shameful about? What is it that I'm hiding from the world because of fear of what other people will say or do to me if I reveal this side of me? And so this is a beautiful safe space for you to be able to re-explore that, for you to start bringing out that, for you to start celebrating that side of you. We also explore what characters you're hiding inside you. I call it, I was unleashing my inner vixen. So what is lying inside you? What's your inner badass, your inner goddess, your inner cutesy, your inner fun? What have you pushed away and hidden and covered up because society has told you it's not valid, it's not good, it's something to be shameful about? So we're really exploring who you are, celebrating who you are, and at the end of the class you'll do a little 20-minute movement piece, which is basically exploring that femme fatale, the cutesy side, the vengeful side, the triumphant side. And it's just a really feel-good celebration, so that at the end you feel, I really want to share myself with the world now, and I'm valid in the world as the person that I am.
that. You are valid in the world, ladies. All of you are valid in the world. And when I watched Vixen's performance at Heart Therapy, which we hope you'll watch by clicking the link and making a donation to our fundraiser, I actually got to see her in onesies and costumes and, like you said, cutesy and femme fatale. And it's, it wasn't the stigmatized understanding that we have of around women's sexuality. And some of these issues that have been brought up at our conference have been around these delicate issues of stigmatized sexuality. So I'm so grateful to have you two ladies on board with us here. The second thing I want to just say before we turn it back over to Lola is around this idea of being able to be a mess and still be a gleaming, shining example. And I think that's one of the things that partnering with NAMI OC and raising awareness about mental health is about. It's about understanding that we're whole human beings, and we can have this fierce self-love as women where we can be a mess and we can express and expose some mental health challenges and conditions and still be a shining, gleaming example, and even be in a position of being a peer counselor like I am. We don't have to be perfect to help ourselves or help others. So Lola, I'm going to turn it back to you to just talk a little bit about your excitement around raising funds for NAMI and to close out this promotion.
Thank you, Jenny. Yes, we were so excited to partner with NAMI OC. Vixen and I chatted, and we wanted to partner with a mental health organization that offered free mental health services. People have been out of work, not everyone can afford therapy, so we really wanted an organization that had a lot of free services for everyone to access. And NAMI OC goes above and beyond. Not only do they have a 24/7 hotline that you can call, but they have a new program called a peer mentorship program, where you're connected with the same person 12 weeks in a row. You get 1-hour sessions. So you get to keep coming back to that same person. You don't have to re-explain your problems, that checks in on you, knows what's going on, and it's all free. So NAMI OC really stepped up, and we were so happy to partner with them. That show, Heart Therapy, is available all month long in honor of Women's History Month. So if you want to see all those crazy tricks that you saw in the promo video, but all in new and inventive ways, watch the show, get a ticket for that. We'll put up the link. The funds from that show does go to NAMI OC and continuing to offer those free services to people nationwide. So please just come enjoy all of our events though. The reason that we've converted our virtual shows on everything online now. The reason we do this is because we really want to connect with people, and we love what we do, and we love bringing smiles to people around the world. So go to the dollfacedames.com and come hang out with us. We have weekly events. We're so excited to be here. Thank you, Pakistan, for putting on this women's conference. We love to connect with women. If you have some kind of fun business that you think would be fun to partner with us, please let us know. We're so delighted to be here. And Jenny, I'll turn it back to you.
So as the founder of Freeeom2Fit, I just want to say again, a huge shout out and thank you to Lola Boutte Presents the Dollface Dames Heart Therapy event for taking the lead on raising awareness about women empowerment and the importance of a holistic mental health. Thank you, NAMI OC, for coming to the table and believing that burlesque and art therapy is a valid way to empower women. We are so honored to work with you, and we look forward to seeing you very soon.
Yes, see you soon.